Seoul, Reuters, South Korea declared a special care zone on Thursday around a second city hit hard by the coronavirus, and the U.S. military confirmed 2 new cases among relatives of its troops in the country, which is battling the biggest outbreak outside China.
Australia became the latest country to impose travel restrictions on South Koreans, with almost 100 nations now limiting arrivals from the East Asian country, which reported 760 new coronavirus cases on Thursday for a total of 6,088.
The government declared a special care zone around Johnson, a city of about 275,000 people 250 kilometers 150 miles southeast of Seoul, promising extra resources such as face masks.
Johnson has seen a spike in cases in recent days, many of them linked to a fringe Christian group at the center of South Korea's outbreak. Similar zones have been declared around neighboring Daegu City and Cheongdu County.
About 75% of all cases in South Korea are in and around Daegu, its fourth largest city, according to the Korea Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (KCDC).
Every day is sad and tough like a war. But our Daegu citizens are showing surprise wisdom and courage, Daegu Mayor Kwon Young-jin told reporters on Thursday.
About 2,120 patients were waiting for hospital beds in Daegu, city officials said. Dozens of newly commissioned military nurses were due to begin work in the city on Thursday, the health ministry said.
The KCDC reported 5 more deaths from the virus, bringing the total to 37. The flu-like virus that emerged from China late last year has infected more than 95,300 people and killed almost 3,300 around the world, mostly in China, according to a Reuters tally.
South Korea also said it was banning the export of face masks, stepping up their production, and would ration them to limit individual purchases to 2 a week, in a bid to ease shortages and curb hoarding.
People have flocked to supermarkets, pharmacies and online distributors to buy masks and other supplies, with hundreds lining up at some stores every morning.
KCDC Deputy Director Kwon Jun-wook advised all South Koreans to stay home and avoid any gatherings, especially those that take place in enclosed places with many people such as religious events.
He also advised employers in Asia's fourth-largest economy, home to tech giants like Samsung Electronics Co. Limited, to allow staff to work from home.
U.S. Forces Korea (USFK) reported 2 new cases, for a total of 6 among soldiers, employees or people related to the roughly 28,500 U.S. troops stationed in South Korea.
Despite the new cases, USFK had resumed sending troops to bases in Daegu and surrounding areas, according to the military newspaper Stars and Stripes.
Commanders believed the bases were protected from the outside population, and troop rotations were needed to maintain readiness in the face of threats from nuclear-armed North Korea, the newspaper reported.
Australia's ban on the arrival of foreigners from South Korea is a blow to Seoul's efforts to prevent the United States from imposing such restrictions.
It is a deeply regrettable step, and we will closely consult Australian authorities for a swift revocation of the measure and to minimize inconvenience for our citizens, Foreign Ministry spokesman Kim In-chol told reporters.
South Korean officials met the U.S. ambassador in Seoul on Wednesday to urge the United States not to limit travel. Similar talks would be held on Friday with diplomats from other nations, the Foreign Ministry said.
According to the U.S. State Department, anyone with a fever of 100.4 Fahrenheit 38 Celsius is already banned from boarding direct flights from South Korea to the United States.
Korean Air Lines said it would screen all departing passengers for high temperatures and reject those deemed a risk.
South Korea sent 3 rapid response teams to Vietnam on Thursday to help more than 270 citizens quarantined there over coronavirus concerns, the Foreign Ministry said.